Have you been caught up on doom scrolling on social media? You know what I'm talking about, right? Endless hours spent scrolling and scrolling, checking the same sites over and over again. Guilty as charged, right? You've done it, I've done it, we've done it. So how can we stop doom scrolling? Hi, I'm Pepe, your life coach. Today we're gonna talk about some tricks and tips on how to stop doom scrolling. But before we dive into it, give me the thumbs up and subscribe. But first of all, what is doom scrolling? Doom scrolling is spending endless time scrolling bad news on the web. It's going into a rabbit hole. If you're spending too much time checking very bad news about, for example, AI taking our jobs, stick around because I'm gonna share with you tips on how to stop doom scrolling. But if you want to stop feeling anxious about AI, you can check my other video, link down below, and pre-order my new book on how to overcome AI anxiety at a cheaper price right now. The book is out on July 15th. Doom scrolling creates anxiety. Doom scrolling shortens up our focus span. Doom scrolling gives us sleepless nights. So you go from one negative news to another negative news to another negative news, and it's an endless rabbit hole. Social media algorithms aren't gonna help you. Why? Because they give you more of what you crave. So if you click on that doomsday AI scenario that you fear, you're gonna get more of that. So your view on the world, it's gonna be just doomsday scenario. Terminator in your head can be real, but it's not real. Not at least yet. Why is doom scrolling working so well on us? It's not only the algorithm, it's our brains. Our brains want us to survive. So they need to have all the information available so they can come up with scenarios and protect us for the future events. So this thirst to be informed is what makes doom scrolling so hard to quit. You have the urge to have all the information of those bad news, everything, because you want to be prepared. You lose track of time because you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and that bar going down changes every time that you click something new. So you are browsing and browsing without knowing how much time you've been there. So the combination of our brains wanting us to have all the information to survive and algorithms giving us more of what we crave, making doom scrolling so easy to hook us up. COVID didn't help us at all. We were at home craving for more news to know when the pandemic was gonna end and when the lockdown would end. Our fear of missing out played the role of intensifying that doom scrolling. Doom scrolling can have a great impact in our lives, at least short term. You miss one full day and you don't know how, and suddenly you realize that you've been doom scrolling all day long. Or you wake up and you're hooked with your phone early in the morning and the rest of the day is crap because you've been feeding your brain with very, very negative information. Or the last thing you do when the day finishes is to doom scroll, so you will have nightmares or great insomnia, and all that without counting all the anxiety that you're gonna have because of it. So how to stop? First of all, turn out all notifications about doomsday scenarios news. Worried about AI? Inform yourself in a positive way. more about it in my previous video. Please check the link down below. Not ready to stop doom scrolling? Set up a timer and stop when the alarm rings. Track your time on social media. You can do that with any smartphone. If you're doing it too much, you have to lower it down. You will have to limit your time on social media. Counteract the bad news with positive news. There are many sites that will give you a positive view on the world. Down in the description below, you have my favorite ones. Or you can subscribe to my newsletter and not miss anything about thepepi.com. I'm very much into the positive side of things. Take time to diversify your feed. Check out who you follow, and if it's too negative, balance it out with positive accounts. But what to do in the morning when you wake up and you really need some help to go out of bed? You take out the phone and you check anything online so your eyes just get ready for the day. Well, an alternative to doom scrolling and to prevent starting your day in a negative way is to exchange doom scrolling for music. Create a funny list on Spotify with jazz, funny pop, or any other music genre that you love, and start your day with positive vibes. Just go out your bed dancing. Choose music that will boost your morale up. You can also create a secondary social media account. For example, on Instagram, follow cats or dogs. They're crazy and funny. You will start your day with a very big laugh. If you notice that you are following someone just for the sake of comparing yourself in a negative way, unfollow them. Don't put unrealistic expectations on yourself. Comparing yourself to others can be negative. So instead, compare yourself to yourself and your journey and how well you're doing, one tiny step at a time. This is a very, very controversial tip that I'm gonna give you right now. Social media detox. Oh my god! Yes! Social media detox. It can be just something as simple as 30 minutes before going to bed, no social media allowed, no internet allowed, no devices allowed, because you're gonna go to sleep. Instead, take a book and read. It can be a very hot book, paper book. Do not choose anything that has a screen. Seriously, 30 minutes before going to bed, no screens allowed. When you feel the urge of doom scrolling, journal instead. Yes, write about how you feel. Writing, for reals. Making a space for your feelings and putting them down on paper will make the trick to free your mind some stress. And during the weekends, go outside, hug a tree, go to the seaside, just have fun with your dog. Breaking away from doom scrolling is about setting boundaries. It's about reclaiming your time. It's about having a healthy view of the world. It's okay to disconnect from social media. It's okay to miss out some days. It's okay to diversify your news outlets. And if everything you read is all of the same, consider that the algorithm is just feeding you what the algorithm thinks you want to read. Stopping doom scrolling is taking back your time. You could write a book. You could read a book. You could dance salsa. You could study something like becoming a life coach, like me. So if you find yourself doom scrolling, freaking out about the future because everything seems doom and gloom, consider having a technology detox, diversifying your news sources, checking if you're following too much negativity, and dare to discover new things, which means you will have to go a little bit out of your comfort zone. Hit the subscribe button, don't miss anything, and stop doom scrolling.